Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I think we're live everywhere. I think we're recording where we should be. I hope we're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. We've got Kirk, we've got the Hangman, we've got Bradson, we've got Smurf, we've got Super Sniper, we've got Dart, we've got Rage Bait. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll get into all the championship permutations in just a moment, to boot. I promise you we will get into those in just a second. GMG, welcome in, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I think we're live on TikTok now as well. I forgot to actually click go live a second ago. Are we live on YouTube Shorts as well? Hopefully, fingers crossed, I've been able to get everything set up. I'd love to just get through this finale without any major kind of issues. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? If we can just get through this final race without a PC crash or anything like that. Maybe I'm too optimistic, though. We'll have to wait and see. Before I forget, just going to do that. I believe pedal cam's working. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome in, Repo. I hope you're doing well, buddy. On a flight towards Melbourne. What are you going to Melbourne for? Bit early for the Grand Prix. Gonna have to stay out for a little while if you're going for that. Yeah, I'll get a power cut, an engine failure. Dog212 will try and savage me, something like that. It'll be an eventful stream. Now I've tried to hopefully kind of downplay it a little bit. Fisk, hope you're doing well, buddy. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm looking forward to this, though. I'm looking forward to this. I mean, championship permutations, like I said, we'll go through when I do like the proper video intro as well, in just a moment. But I'm excited. Hey, welcome in, Sosa. Hope you're doing well, buddy. 114 stream streak as well. Nuts. Nuts from Dart. But will he keep it going this weekend? So, I believe now I can talk about it. Creator Series is back this Saturday night. I'm doing Daytona 24, though, on iRacing. So I think what I'm going to try and do is Daytona starts at like 7:30 UK time. So I'm probably going to stream for like 10.5 hours in one block. Of obviously Daytona 24. Then, obviously, if we're still running, I'm going to jump out of that, jump into Creator Series, stream that on my main YouTube channel. That should probably take 2.5, 3 hours. And then I'll go back and stream the final 10.5 hours of Daytona 24. That's kind of my plan at the moment. I'll have to leave the boys to their own devices for a short period whilst I'm busy with that. So yeah, it's gonna be a big weekend. I'm looking forward to it though. Bradson, you're just either constantly on a hill, go-karting, or at work. Like, what's going on, bro? Yeah, mods just sort out their own schedule, I reckon. Hey, welcome in, Amir. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Luckily, obviously, it's only the single 100% race today, but we'll have a look at like what Season 2 is meant to be set up like, and things like that as well. So yeah, we'll wait and see. I might sleep a little bit Saturday night. We'll wait till Saturday night, Sunday morning. Well, honestly, where the race finishes at like 7:45 AM, it might be that I finish the race. I know Last212 has already got some plans for Sunday, so it might be that I finish the race and go sleep for like 4 hours afterwards. We'll wait and see. I cannot talk yet about where I am in Creator Series. I know I'm in it. That's all I can tell you at the moment, though, because apparently they're doing their own kind of separate announcement. So yeah, I know who my teammate is. I'm excited. I like them. They're one of the good guys from the series. So I'm looking forward to being stacked up against them. So I reckon we should be able to work quite well as well together. We've had some good clean battles before. Yeah, we are in a car for Creator. We're in a Formula 1 car for Creator Series. I hope. I have a Fanatec CSL GTDD wheelbase, the 8Nm one. It works really nicely. It works on Xbox, it works on PlayStation, it works on PC, so I've got no real complaints. I believe, this is completely random, chat, and I don't know if anybody knows for sure, but I believe the Gran Turismo Championships kick back off today. Maybe I'll jump in and do some of those at some point. I think I'm right in saying that. Maybe I've got to jump in and do like a video or something. Trying to do that again. Or like the next like mini season. I feel like I saw Super GT had scheduled out a stream for that this evening. No, you don't have to do F1 and iRacing. You can just do the iRacing division. But I believe sign-ups for that have recently shut. So, unfortunately, yeah. I don't think there's any kind of room in either of them at the moment. I'm driving for Apex GP. Shh. Nobody knows. Shh. I am Sunny Hayes. Right. Are we ready to do the video intro, though, chat? I think we should be. I think everything's working. I'm recording everything I need to be. Right, let's do this thing. Creator Series starts this Saturday night at 6 PM, I believe, UK time. I want to say, I think. 99% sure that's the case. If it's wrong, I'll let you know. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video and welcome to the season finale of our F125 Nico Hülkenberg career mode. Yes, we returned 23 races, 6 sprints down, back with the season finale, and going against all the odds, going against all expectation, we have got a World Championship decider. Similar to what we saw IRL, it is coming down between Lando Norris and Max Verstappen for the crown. Sadly, unlike IRL, Oscar Piastri doesn't have a chance at the title. Pretty simple though, if Verstappen scores, he is World Champion. If Lando Norris doesn't win, Max Verstappen is World Champion. The only way Lando Norris can win this is if he wins the Grand Prix and Max Verstappen fails to score a single point. For reference, Verstappen has scored in every single race this year, apart from Bahrain. So he's definitely had a bit of luck when it comes to reliability on his side. Lando Norris, though, hasn't finished off of the podium since the Hungarian Grand Prix, all the way back in the summer. So it has been a pretty incredible kind of run of form. We've basically seen a reverse of what happened IRL last year. Inside this game, Lando Norris has had a bit of a rougher time and is just trying to keep his championship hopes alive. And has probably actually been the better driver than Verstappen in these last few weekends as well. But 24 points in it between those two. We still have our own championship battle at hand as well. I need to try and outscore Charles Leclerc by 8 points this weekend if I'm going to beat him to P4 in the World Championship. Constructors-wise, though, we're looking pretty locked in. Pretty much everybody in the Constructors looks pretty safe in the position they're in. So not much drama when it comes to like the prize pot or anything like that. But yeah, Verstappen, he'll just be looking for a nice and simple race today. Make sure that he does the bare minimum to make sure he is World Champion. Lando Norris is going to need a bit of a miracle. We need to try and push on and get one last good point haul as well. When it comes to R&D upgrades, I've only got 5 more aero ones to do. I'm hoping that Gabriel Bortoletto is going to be able to sort some of them out as well, so we can try and make sure that we start next season as Audi in a pretty good spot as well. But yeah, at the moment, I just can't afford to do any of them. So waiting patiently to be able to do those. A massive, massive thank you to everybody for their continued support on this series right the way from the get-go. If you're not already, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed. We're trying to hit 20,000 subs as well. Make sure you drop me a follow on Twitch. I'm sure by the time this video goes live, we're probably well into Season 2. So yeah, we're trying to hit 10k over there. But yeah, without further ado, let's head out onto the track. Little bit wordy, chat. Little bit wordy, but we'll take it. We'll take it. I'm fairly cold today, but I should warm up when we start racing. So I'm not going to whack the heating on. I have a doozy for the returning Ask Matt212 question. Oh, good lord. Good lord. Smurf with 100 bits as well. Matt can do intros without messing up. Prove me wrong. I feel like I did alright on that one. Not perfectly, but I did alright. And Da Monkey, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. I appreciate it. I have a Fanatec CSL GT DD 8Nm with a Formula V 2.5X. It's a good wheel. It's a good wheel and base. Obviously, it's Abu Dhabi, so it shouldn't rain. Luckily, it's not. That would have been quite funny. But yeah, it's dry all the way throughout the weekend. An 11% chance of rain, though, in qualifying. That would be hilarious. I don't know what the threshold is, because, like, I've never seen, like, a 30% chance of rain where it does rain. I think anything higher than 50 is basically guaranteed, and anything lower, it just doesn't. So, yeah, it's a little bit funky. I mean, to be fair, Roll's been smashing these edits out recently. So I might try and up this series to, like, 2 videos a week. Just to try and make sure, obviously, we get it wrapped up in terms of the videos. But Roll does a very good job
to
with
the
them. But we are like
race
half a
in
season
the Middle
behind.
East and the final one of the season. It's Abu Dhabi, and it's time for the final practice session.
Yeah, iRacing tends to do the opposite. I've had races where it's like 1% chance, and it's absolutely hammering it down. Creator Series is this Saturday night. I'm looking forward to it. 6 PM UK, I believe.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please.
And
radio check.
Aronius? Aronisius? And Hyde. Thank you all for the follows. Welcome, 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 welcome. We are less than 300 followers away from 10k on Twitch chat.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session.
Make sure
Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts in the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
I wanna try and get to that 10k. That's like one of the big goals I've got early on this year. 10k on Twitch, 20k on Matt212 gameplay. They're like the big early year goals. Right, are we ready to go though? I think I'll just tweak a few bits of the setup. Abu Dhabi's not normally too punishing a venue. Just gotta be careful down into the chicane on the back straight. But we should be alright. Alan, welcome on in, buddy. And Chris, I hope you're both doing well. Yeah, I need to update the CS command, don't I? What's my thoughts on the Mercedes and Red Bull rumour? Well, it's not really a rumour, it's basically been confirmed. But I would have thought all of the other engine suppliers are basically trying to figure out the same trick. It might take them a while, but I'm sure if it doesn't get banned pretty quickly, then all the other teams will work out how to do it. Come on then. Final race for us of the season. Just need to take it. I mean, we need to try and beat Leclerc, but we've had good pace recently. We generally seem to be third behind McLaren. Behind the two McLaren drivers recently, but it's also been helped by the fact Verstappen's had some stinkers. So Verstappen hasn't been much of a threat recently. Spoons, thank you for the follow, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I am doing the Daytona 24 this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. So we've got NASCAR tomorrow night, and then, yeah, Daytona 24 at the weekend. So, a lot of iRacing. A lot of iRacing coming up. But I like iRacing. I'm having a lot of fun with it at the moment. Seem to be getting some good racing in, some good battles, some good on-track action. And hopefully long may it continue. I've got a fun, different video coming out as well at 3 PM on the main channel, which hopefully you guys are going to enjoy. Something a little bit different. Obviously, channel members have already got access to that. And then tomorrow's video as well, we'll be going back playing F1 2010. That was good fun to record. Right, I'm not invalidating the lap, but that is still purple. Wonderful. See, I don't know about realistic cars yet. Well, I do know, but I don't know if I can confirm it. So I won't say anything because I don't want to accidentally leak anything I shouldn't be. There is always leakage. F1 25 has been frying your PC. When you say frying, what do you actually mean? Like, if your PC is actually going up in smoke, F1 25 won't be causing that. You'll have set something up. This is not Azerbaijan. This is Abu Dhabi. Slightly. There seems to be water in my seat. Must be the water. So track limits around here as well aren't normally too bad, apart from the pit lane. We got a penalty in the George Russell career here, which was really disappointing in the end, because that potentially cost us a shot at the world title. I know it did for Ben in Creative Series as well, so we're going to have to be really, really careful with it. That won't be F1 25 doing it. You might have to look at either your power settings or your cooling or something. What are the games you play? Because that seems incredibly weird. I've never known anybody have that as an F1 specific bug. Can you do POV with your bare feet on the pedals? That's only if you subscribe to my OnlyFans. I'm not giving out that for free. I know what my feet are worth, chat. Car feels pretty good though, nice and early on. I mean, I must admit, always, like, every time I come back here, I think how much better new Abu Dhabi is over the old version. When I've had to drive it on some of the older games, I forget how clunky the old layout is. My best lap around Australia will be whatever the Matt212 setup top map is. You might need to, like, update your drivers or something like that, but the fact you can run Cyberpunk with no issues but not F1 is wild. Yeah, I've given up trying to hide the fact I've got incredibly sexy feet. You know, people can just tell all this sim racing, it makes them so smooth and what do people like in feet? I don't know. Whatever people like in feet, that's what mine have got. So, I'm sure anybody that's just tuning into the stream now is probably incredibly weirded out, still. Bourbon is not a type of whiskey. Bourbon is, but not bourbon. That's a biscuit. Slightly different. What can I say? We're at the middle of the week. I have my midweek crash out. That's what happens. It doesn't feel like I'm driving a car as such, because you haven't got the sense of speed or risk or anything like that. But it's good fun. It feels nice. I'm sure bourbon biscuits can be soaked in bourbon. I'm not sure that'd be a nice combination. You'd ruin your bourbon. If I've got webbed toes, I can get these money. There you go, chap. Maybe I need to web my toes. I mean, so far though, car feels pretty good. Much better than it did in Qatar. We have good speed. So I'm hopefully not going to jinx myself by saying this. I'm looking forward to obviously rebranding this team as Audi. When are Audi meant to be doing their official livery reveals, Shannon? Is that this week or is that next week or like what's going on with that? Because it might well be that I take a bit of a break next week, wait for the official livery and then a mod for it to release, and then jump back in after that. But I don't know. I can't remember when most of the reveals are because it's largely irrelevant. Is it next? It's the 20th. Okay. So that's next Tuesday. So obviously I'll probably end up streaming Monday night with Gary. I might take Tuesday off because of course we'll have done the 24 at the weekend. So I might then wait until there's a new like Sauber Audi mod for the game before we jump into Season 2. Yeah, I could do the Alex Dunn career mode, couldn't I suppose? I haven't touched that in ages. I think I've still got the save file on the game. I can't remember a lot of the time. When the F1 26 DLC drops, I definitely want to go back and do a Leo Fornaro's Road to F1. Obviously, running an Invicta for a full season, and then move up to probably Alpine, I think. Because that's like the only place he could have possibly gone for next year. Well, yeah, like I said, we'll have to wait for the new DLC to come out. And I'm sure before that I'll end up doing a couple of other career modes and things. I guess it's the really odd thing of where we still don't know anything about the DLC. Like, do I want to be wrapping up other series before then? Yeah, Red Bull and V-Carb's liveries are tomorrow, aren't they? Because Jamie and I are going to do a podcast on Friday. Maybe they'll end up doing it whilst I'm live, doing NIS. Would you recommend getting F1 25 or waiting for F1 27? As someone who's never played an F1 game. 25 is a decent enough game. Like, you can still get a lot of fun out of it. And plus, you'll be waiting a long time for F1 27. I would say pick up F1 25 when it's on, like, sale and stuff. If it's, like, 50% off or something like that, then pull the trigger. Plus, it'll mean you're more prepared for F1 27 when that game releases. Are we going to be able to get purple? We've had purple in the other program so far. I'll be happy if we can. Go on, go on. Yes!
Okay, test
Wonderful.
complete, and that was a really good job.
Well, I don't want to toot
Indeed,
my
you
own
got a
horn,
lot
chap.
of valuable
We've smashed
information out of that.
practice.
Well done.
Creative Series is back this Saturday. So that's best case scenario then for the R&D. Both, and both. So, yeah, we're looking pretty good on that front. I'm hoping Bortoletto's going to help us out a little bit. We're a second faster than anybody else so far. We just seem to be a little bit quicker absolutely everywhere. Actually, Sector 3 is where we're flying. So I'm not quite sure that's not normally the case here. But I think we're ready for qualifying then, chat. I think we've smashed out everything we needed to in practice. Let's get on with it. CS is quite good fun because I don't do any other F1 league racing. But it does have its problems. It's not perfect by any stretch.
And that's it.
It's
Practice is
toxic.
officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
So there we go. Piastri did end up going 2/10 quicker than me by the end of the session. Charles Leclerc, though, down in P8. But your championship protagonists, Norris even, 4th, Verstappen at 9th. Remember, Verstappen only needs 10th to be world champion. It's practice, Brady. The AI times are completely irrelevant. Like, they mean nothing at all. Get your predictions in, though, chat. If you're on Twitch, you can bet your noggins. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Kick,
Welcome along,
come over to
everybody.
Twitch,
It's
bet
the
some noggins.
fastest day of the week.
Matt212, drop me a follow.
Qualifying Saturday, and
Or
we're
let me
here
know in
Abu
chat
Dhabi.
where you think we're going to qualify. Ooh, I'll be good, chat. I'm going to be a good streamer. I'm going to go like that. Cad, thank you for the follow, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Do you think anyone is less deserving of a seat this year than Lance Stroll? There are very few people ever less deserving of a seat than Lance Stroll. None of them on next season.
Radio check. Radio check.
Radio check.
Right, I guess actually first run we'll try and do on mediums, won't we? As normal. So we'll head out, we'll get that done. What kind of times are we aiming for? 20, okay, so not... Bortoletto? Go on, son! Less than a 10th slower, quicker than the Ferraris. Love that for Big G. Maybe he's going to kick on in this final race. I mean, we got pole in Qatar last weekend. Maybe there's a pole lap in it. But that felt really hooked up. But we'll wait and see. I mean, that's already ludicrous from Piastri. 22.3 is a very good lap. Smurf with a bit saying I suck. Thank you, sir. Right, let's go. First run, like I said, on mediums, not the end of the world if you don't get a great time on the board, but as always, it's just to try and hopefully save ourselves a couple of extra sets of softs ready for later sessions. We should hopefully make it through Q1 on one set, Q2 on one set, and then Q3 we obviously get 2 stouts. So that is the goal. Of course, battery usage as well here in Abu Dhabi. A little bit funky. Obviously want to use most of it up these 2 straights. You have got to be careful not to run out towards the end of the lap. Hey, welcome in, DJ. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Get that nose in. So tricky over those curves. Shadow Flex, thank you for the follow as well, buddy.
We've just been pushed down into P18.
Yeah, I'm going to worry about that too much at the moment, Mark. We're over a second up on Duran by the end of Sector 2. Oh, back end though, trying to just get a little bit light on me through the exit of the corner. But let's just keep it composed through this final sector. Don't make any errors. Just get a time on the board. Maximise the width. That was nice. 2 more corners to go. First one should be easy flat. Second one definitely isn't. Don't run wide on the exit. Short run to the line. 22.8. Quicker than Lando Norris, despite the fact we're on harder tyres. That's a good omen. We might be competitive for pole later on. Ocon, though, as well, 4th. He is having the end to the season of dreams. N1, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. I appreciate it. Hey, Hey, fair play, DJ. You'll have to let us know how you get on, buddy. So I went to Austria, what was it, 2017? It was a good venue. I don't know, I mean, there's a lot more grandstands now. But it was a really nice venue to go to. When it wasn't raining. When it was raining, it was a bit more grim. Because it is just a hill. But it is, yeah, beautifully picturesque. So I'm hoping that's going to be both Saubers through. Without too much struggle. I mean, Alonso's gone quicker than Verstappen. That's pretty good going. Real Alphen, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. There we go. So, straight through Q1, no real problems. Piastri fastest, Alonso, Verstappen, Ocon, Hamilton, and ourselves. 6 cars from 6 different teams inside your top 6. Who is out, though? By the looks of it, Stroll, Gasly, not really surprising. Antonelli, that is a bit of a shock. Alexander Albon and Jack Doohan then. So both Alpines, Albon, Antonelli, and Lance Stroll. Both V-Cubs making it through though. I tell you what, Lawson, he had a pretty good effort last weekend as well in qualifying. So he's doing alright at this stage. The most picturesque venue has to be Spa or Melbourne. I would say Austria's right up there. Austria is right up there with those two.
Okay, let's have a comms check, please.
The
Radio
backdrop
check.
of Austria is fantastic.
Radio check.
Most picture, I mean, yeah, Austria, Spa, Monza is set in a lovely setting as well. Monza is underrated in that regard. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about any of that. Singapore I always quite like, although it's very, very different, isn't it? And obviously Monaco and stuff. Melbourne, yeah, is definitely up there as well. Right, I reckon nail it. A 21's doable. Yeah, Baku. No, the most picturesque F1 venue ever, Paul Ricard, easily. Just tarmac for miles. And that's exactly where I was, DJ. I was exactly where I
down
was.
into P14.
As look, the only thing, and of course this was nearly 10 years ago now, so my information is probably very outdated. The only thing I would say is get there really early so you can get a good spot. I think like when I went, gates open at like 6 AM or something ridiculous. So you had to be there at like 5:30. Okay, so Carlos feels a little bit more unstable on the soft compound tyre. He's just got a bit more front bias with him. But that's not such a bad thing, because obviously we won't tend to use the softs in the race. Probably not last race as Sauber, although I am intrigued to see who would offer us a drive ready for Season 2. I want to, obviously we joined Sauber so we get the Audi project next year, so hopefully we're going to be able to have a good car underneath us ready for next season. Norris immediately with a 21.6. That is a good time. That's more what I was kind of expecting from the McLaren man. He's obviously hoping that Verstappen has an absolute stinker. Or gets damage in the race. Or retires in the race. I'm just hoping we don't get a mechanical failure. It's always the worst feeling when you get the mechanical failure in the season finale. I remember I did once, like, lap 6. I was like, you spend all this time hyping it up, and then nothing happens. Alright, through the final corner, though. What's the time going to be? 23. We went slower. Slower on the soft than we did the medium. That's slightly concerning. I'm going to have to go again, I think, with that one, because we are not safe. The Carry. Thank you for the follow as well, buddy. And Bootmaker on a 30-stream streak. Thank you, sir. There will be an Audi mod for next season. It'll only be like a simple livery overhaul. But it'll be good fun. I don't really want to use a second set, but I think I'm going to have to, aren't I? I mean, yeah, we're right on the cusp. I'm not going to risk it. Yeah, Ferrari looked good. I mean, even if we could just find 4/10, we'd be up to 4th, which would be pretty good. So I've just got to make sure we get a good lap hooked up. Try not to clip the front wing and explode. Yeah, definitely suboptimal. I run no assists whatsoever. No assists, 110% AI, strict track limits, 100% races. It's as immersive as I can possibly make it. Right, let's try and go then. So the only 3 cars that are happy are Leclerc, Verstappen, and Norris. There's definitely some time to find out in turn 1, but this has got to be us trying to get our eye in, ready for Q3. I mean, we might not need this lap if nobody else improves, but I'm not holding my breath. I mean, already we found the 4 tenths I need.
30 seconds left in the session.
It's just the fact you can brake a little bit later, try and roll the car in a bit more off the front. Really got to feel confident though, tipping it in. So, doesn't look like someone improved there. I think Piastri's gone up the order. So he's just put himself in a bit more safety. I'm going to try not to look at the timing tower anymore, just because I don't want to put myself under any unnecessary pressure. Oh no, I've looked at it, chap. We need to improve. But we are 7 tenths up. That was close. I brought one of the bollards with me. I don't think we need to find much time though. Not with loads like that. Come on, keep it clean. Oh, we're throwing away a bit of time.
Right on the cusp now, we've been pushed down to P11.
Oh, really chuck it in that final corner. Get the power down on the run to the line. 6 tenths up. That should be a nice and safe. P6 in the end then, chat, for Q2. That's all right. But again, I think a few guys are just going to be a bit too quick here, aren't they? I mean, Bortoletto went quicker than us in the end. So, looks like, to be fair, Sauber legitimately have a quick car. Sonoda out, Lawson out, both Haas cars out. And I would assume then the last one is Hadjar, I want to say. Yeah, Isaac Hadjar out as well. So, another decent effort by Lawson. But, yeah, obviously we got 1 Mercedes, 1 Williams, 1 Aston Martin, 1 Red Bull, 2 Ferraris, 2 McLarens, 2 Saubers, ready for Q3. So, we should be alright. I reckon we're going to have the pace to try and get ourselves up the order. I'm wearing a McLaren. I always wear, if I'm doing like 2 F1 streams a week, I wear my F1 merch. It was either McLaren or Alpine, and I wore Alpine yesterday. And I don't want to wear the same top again. That is stinky after a good 3.5 hour stream. Yeah, I reckon we should be in the 21s though. But Lando seems fast. How do I think Isaac will be next year? I don't think he'll beat Max, but he should be fairly close. Really?
Okay, some information. We've lost oil pressure. Looks like
Good
a
to know,
leak somewhere
after
in
a
the
full
system.
season,
We're
the
on
team still
standby
can't
for
sort
the
the car
time
out.
being until we can patch it up, I'm afraid.
Right, so we've got 2 sets. I'm going to go out for a run on that set first. I wanted to double check as well. I have got minimum fuel in. Do I want to tweak anything else with the setup? I don't think. I can't really do a lot, can I? We'll go with that. Right, let's go. How much would a moving F1 rig be, you think? Thousands of pounds. More money than I care to spend at the moment. I've got a mortgage to pay for and all that kind of thing. Oh, we've got a bit of traffic coming up behind us, so we've got to make sure I get on with this run. Like I said, we can afford to take a bit of risk, but I want to, again, make sure I've got a good time on the balls. Tiny splash of battery out the final corner, and let's try and go for it then. Really got to try and... Whoa! Not do that. Car always feels unsettled up through turn 2, turn 3. So again, just kind of manage that as best as we can. Yeah, I think we're running a lot more downforce than a lot of people, which is fairly standard, so... We're going to be a bit slow down the straights, but that's why we make up so much through Sector 3. Welcome on in, Sam. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh, that was good. Car sat flat on that first curb. Get a little bit lucky there. I'm hoping Bortoletto won't hold us up. Come on, Big G. Okay. I said that we're not going to be that quick down the straight, so we've immediately gone purple. Make that make sense. So we're pretty much matching Hamilton on a 22.4 at the moment. Hopefully, Sector 3, we can try and get a good run through. Just try and keep the throttle balance through there. You're basically steering the car on the back end under the hotel. Oh, did not turn in early enough. Car washed out wide. Short runs to the line. 22 flat, though. So even with that mistake early on in the run, that was still ended up being a pretty good lap time. We've got one more chance, one more opportunity to wring the neck out of this car. Let's try and make sure that we nail it. Who should I drive as in F1 2020? Ricardo.
Okay, radio check. Radio check.
Radio check.
When did Matt start running no assists? I'm still learning no line. So T reckon there's 6/10 in it, which I guess is mainly through Sector 1. But, I mean, yeah, look at that. Top 3 covered by less than a 10th. But we could snatch pole here. 1.4 seconds clearer than Bortoletto. If he doesn't get down into the 22s, I'm going to be a little bit gutted, because he's had good pace. Do I go for, like, a proper sweat mode final lap chat? I think so. Why do you never play online? Because the people you race with online are generally terrible. And I will be on Saturday, I'm sure. Right, come on then. Bortoletto's accepted he's starting 10th, which is a bit of a shame. Let's see what we can try and do then. One final run here from Abu Dhabi as the sun has well and truly set. Who will be on pole for the final race weekend of this year? Will it be Norris? Will it be Piastri? Will it be Verstappen? Top 5 in the World Championship, top 5 provisionally, but not in the correct order. Oscar Piastri, of course, has got nothing to fight for this weekend, so he will just be looking to try and help his teammate out. Maybe he'll wipe out Verstappen at turn 1 or something. No, Norris at 21.4? You having a giggle? That's insane. We're only a 10th and a half up at the moment. That is a huge lap from Lando Norris right at the end. Oh, try and not... Oh, come on. So how did we gain time through there? Okay. I thought we were going to lose all the advantage I had. Oh, front end gripped, rear end didn't. Just did not come with it. That was horrible. So much understeer through there. Didn't want to go down the extra gear either there. That was bad. Come on. Come on. Right up against the white line. Couple more corners to go, though. Oh, met the apex that time. That was better. We're going to be a 10th up still. I don't even know if we improved, but I dipped into the 21s. P5 in the end, so not the worst result in the world, but could have been better. We'll take it. We'll take it, chat. A little bit disappointing, but I don't think we could,
for now, then,
get
but
much
really,
more.
we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Well, there we go then. Our top 2 in the World Championship, 1 and 2 on the grid, ready for this final race of the campaign. I think had we nailed it, we could have probably beaten Piastri. But ultimately, yeah, I just don't simply believe there was enough speed in the car to go any higher than that. Biggest disappointment, though, Bortoletto. If he'd done what he did in Q1, Q2, he could have been probably around about Hamilton-Alonso pace. Not much further behind, but just a bit of a shame that he didn't get one final really good representative in. But he hasn't scored points in quite a while, so I'm hoping he can do that tonight. Font7, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Will I gain loads of acclaim at the end of this season, chat? Because, like, this has easily been Hulkenberg's prime. Living in Florida, it's starting to become below 20 degrees. It's cold. I would love to be in 20-degree heat right now. How warm is it where I live? It is currently 3 degrees where I live. So, there's your reference. Seb, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. Right, chat, I need to do one last upgrade. I think Bortoletto's not doing any of them anymore. I need to get the most expensive one I can, which I believe is that DRS one. Yeah, there we go. We'll do that. I've got 16 R&D. At the moment, we still have the 3rd best car in terms of aero. We have the last car on chassis still. And, oh, I didn't realise we failed an upgrade there. And the 3rd best on engine. So we've got a pretty good all-rounder apart from the chassis. I just need to do loads of upgrades with that next season. Focus on those chassis upgrades. Right, one last time then this season. Get your predictions in chat. If you're on Twitch, you can bet your noggins right now. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, if you're on TikTok, come over to Twitch, bet some noggins, or let me know in chat where you think we're going to qualify. We qualified P5. So it's going to be tricky to stay out of trouble down at turn 1, but I'll do my best. How do peak streams like this have less views than those stupid streams where people play the shark bite game? Just stall it forever. I've got no idea. I've never seen one of those. Short format streaming, though, is a funky thing on YouTube. It's really funky. Prove I'm 110 AI.
Ready to go racing.
I would have loved to have done that before I started the race, but I can't.
Another season of victories, controversies, and rivalries lies in our wake. And just one challenge remains here in the United Arab Emirates on a circuit that made its spectacular debut back in 2009.
Chat, you'll have to yell at me if you can hear the dog bark. Because we're meant to be getting an order through today.
We have 16 corners here at Yas Marina Circuit, 7 to the right and 9 to the left.
Or if it's going to arrive.
It's a total lap distance of 3.28
because it's Royal Mail
miles,
and they hate us.
2 long straights and overtaking opportunities throughout the lap. And we expect average speeds of around 123 miles per hour. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race.
Are we going to see any grid pens? If Verstappen's starting at the back, that'll be nuts.
Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position.
Chat, he's doing it!
Completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hulkenberg, Russell,
we're third. Leclerc's got pens.
Sir Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso.
I'm not saying dobber in. It just means I'll need to nip out and grab the delivery. If anything, it's useful when she barks. Because she doesn't do it loads. So Verstappen would still be champion in P9.
Albon, Sainz, Jack Doohan, and Yuki Tsunoda.
So both Red Bulls with penalties.
And
what a lot of penalties, actually. That's what you get in the finale.
Off the grid. Now it's almost
I am doing Daytona 24 this
weekend. Let's go down to the track.
Looking forward to it.
And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box.
Max has a 24-point lead over Verstappen. Sorry, over Norris. If Max scores, he wins, basically. If Lando Norris doesn't win the race, Max Verstappen wins the title.
Tomorrow we start the new one.
Absolutely, Crofty. You know, you start this race today. Your head's in the game for the race.
Mini eggs are
incredible.
incredible.
One done and dusted the best you can, but you've already got an eye on next year. And you're thinking about how you can improve
on Max's
as a team,
new number for 2026.
how you can improve as a driver.
I think a lot of Ricardo fans aren't happy
into next season because the rest don't stop.
I'm going to struggle to dive bomb Verstappen 6 places behind.
Radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay,
I'm going to try and get a win, though. I'm going to go for a win.
Everybody in this entire team has worked incredibly hard to give us the chance to get a good result today. I need you to do your bit and go out there and bring it home for us.
Well, I've been doing my bit all season, team, but lining up then on the grid in P3, as has been the tale throughout so much of these final few races, we are stuck behind Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. Can we get one over on them, though? Can we win this final race of the Nico Hulkenberg career mode? Season 1 of the Nico Hulkenberg career mode. I'm going to put 62.5 laps worth of fuel in the wagon, just because, again, this car, as always, has a bit of a drinking problem. We're going to start on the medium, try and take him as far as sensibly possible, and then go to the hards for the rest of the Grand Prix. Lando Norris, he needs to win. He needs to hope that Verstappen has an absolute stinker. Let's see what we can do, though. Oscar Piastri on the hards at the start. 5 red lights are on. And the season finale, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, is go, go, go there. And Piastri actually getting onto a very good getaway down towards Turn 1. Russell, well, trying to get the elbows out with us. We just want to try and make sure they keep the car inside track limits. Also, their good qualifying session yesterday as well. It looks like Norris has held on to that lead off the start. We will immediately try and get back past George Russell then down to the hairpin. Don't want to go too big of a risky dive bomb manoeuvre there, but we've got to try and make it happen. Back up then into 3rd spot immediately. And maybe the goal early on is just to try and stick with the McLarens as best as we possibly can. As we look at that swarm a little bit further back. A lot of cars trying to close in. A lot of cars with a bit more straight line speed than our own this afternoon. But Obviously, we need to outscore Leclerc by 8 points. I'm not worried about what's going on in the World Championship picture too much. I'm more interested in trying to make sure that we finish 4th overall. Just to the outside of Piastri. There you go. Beautiful little move. Similar to what obviously he did IRL. Round the outside down at turn 12. There we go. Up then into the McLaren sandwich early on. Norris is already just trying to scamper away. I mean, he has won, what, the last 2 Grand Prix in a row? So he has been very, very quick towards the end of the season. Alonso as well, up to P4. So Russell hasn't had a great start here. As I've just remembered, chat. Don't get a warning. Thank you. I'll go like that.
DRS now enables. DRS enables.
There we go. Chat's back up now. I apologise for that one. Whoop. Right, come on. Let's go. OOGP. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in, sorry, I should say. I mean, you could drop a follow if you wanted to, if you're not already. Just putting that out there.
We've got a lot of spare
I think
energy.
Verstappen has gained
use your
1.
overtake button.
I think Verstappen's up to 8. Oh, I mean, look at that speed, though. Alonso as well. Try and have a look around us. DRS is so powerful here. So what's he doing? Oscar's made a hash of the exit. Should be fairly easy to try and get back past him then. We are the one with the DRS. I feel like this is going to be a weekend where either Norris dominates or gets a mechanical failure. Either way, I want to try and be there just to deny him, if possible. But we've had a couple of podiums in the last few races where we've just not been OP, but maximised the car. So I wouldn't complain if we got another trophy. That was goal number 1 of this series, was to try and get Hulkenberg a trophy. And we did that in round 1. What's my favourite pasta dish? Probably halloumi pasta. We had that last night, it was very good. So chat, what's the prediction then? Have any of you bet on me getting a mechanical failure in this race? I still feel like there's a chance. The fact I've only had 1 all season, all the way back in Shanghai, is kind of nuts. I thought this Sauber was going to be way less reliable. Verstappen only needs to score. He needs 10th or better to be champion. He has already got it on countback over Norris. And Norris has to win. But even if Norris wins and Verstappen comes 10th, they'll be tied on points. But Verstappen will have it by virtue of more wins. I'm pretty certain. Nobody bet me to DNF. Everybody believes in a fairy tale finish here in Abu Dhabi. I like that, chat. You're all good to me. The mechanical failure setting on this game is really annoying to find. You've got to like open up advanced settings or something. Come on. Don't run too wide. Again, I want to try and settle into a good rhythm with track limits. Don't get warnings or penalties. I mean, we've got pace to match Lando by the looks of it. We're pulling away from Oscar as well, obviously on those harder tyres. So it will be interesting to see if whether Lando does a 1 or a 2 stop. But yeah, I mean, Verstappen's not taking any risk early on. He's just doing what he needs to. He knows as well if push comes to shove, he'd get both V-carbs. They just jump out the way if they have to. There's no fastest lap bonus point in F1 anymore, which is so good. Honestly, having to try and remember that in hypotheticals is such a pain. The best thing V-carb ever did was giving Ricciardo back that seat and then doing that in Singapore. Just because it meant that we finally got rid of them. Big G seems to be running alright though early on, battling out with Ocon, I believe. I'm hoping he'll be on a one-stop strategy. Don't get that curve. So, looks like Piastri though has got the speed to keep Alonso back. Where am I off? Hello. There's an apex through there, Matt. You wouldn't believe it. This is always the thing I think with Abu Dhabi, is although often you've got like a World Championship backdrop, it's not normally the most entertaining race in the world. Like on track. It's normally entertaining because of the championship picture.
Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far.
Pedal cam's been here for quite a while now. It's the most overkill pedal cam in the world.
The car behind
Most
is
people
dropping
normally
back by
bolt it to
about
the bottom of their
3/10 lap.
wheelbase.
Well done.
But I basically bought another wheelbase. Like, so obviously, you know, like the stand your wheel goes on, so like you guys can see this bar. I basically bought another one that I don't think you can see. Just to mount a webcam to it. So it's like completely overkill, but it works nicely. It just obviously means it never moves. I can't really kick it either, it's enough out of the way.
Tyre condition still looking good.
And certain subs are on offer. Good heavens. We gotta really get our thinking hat on for that one then. Yeah, we just seem to be able to keep our strat in the range at the moment, but I think the McLaren's too quick early on. We'll wait and see though. But pedal cam was always something I wanted to implement, and I'd never done it properly before. So it's like, when I was moving, and I was like trying to basically work out what were the things I'd always wanted to do with my setup that I never had. Like, what would be ideal with a clean slate to do? And I was like, pedal cam is absolutely one of them. Luckily as well, it also means I can future-proof it. So like, if I ever upgrade my camera setup, then I'll use, like for example, this camera as my pedal cam. But I don't think I'll do that for a little while. I've got other upgrades I want to do in this office first. Sunglasses? Oh no! The Hangman! You monster! You absolute monster! Right, I can't really... I don't want to stop driving. Oh no, Oscar's having us. This is bad, chat.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
I can't believe I've got to wear the sunglasses again, man. All it was just the sun was a bit too much here. That's what it was, chat. I like the fact everybody else is like that, absolutely living. So as soon as I put the sunglasses on, I lose a spot. I can't read chat. to the person on YouTube short format stream that has just said congrats on the engagement, thank you. I'm sorry I now can't read your name because it's too dark with the sunglasses on. But thank you, thank you, thank you. I can still read messages, I just can't read usernames. Because for some reason YouTube puts the chat, like the names in black and the messages in white. It's really dumb. Giving your Top Gun vibes. These are sun gods, yeah. I do rate them. I've got 3 pairs of them. But that was only so basically I accidentally scratched up this pair. So I was gonna buy myself another pair. And then my parents were like, oh, we'll just get you some for Christmas then, because nobody ever knows anything to buy me for Christmas. So they bought me a pair, and apparently then, because they were buying a pair, you got another pair for free. So I ended up with 2 new pairs for Christmas. But the 3 pair were better than the pair they bought. So I don't really know how it works. But I do like some gods. I'm used to wearing them, they're a nice shape, because I've got the world's biggest head. So yeah, I rate them. Some new shoes to race with. Oh, the problem is, these shoes are so thin, and I'm so used to them. Like, I was just trying to record some replays earlier on and tried to go around barefoot, and could not drive. I'm so used to wearing shoes. I can't go back. Yeah, 3 pairs. I've got a rig pair of sunglasses that just now sit here. I've got a pair that I walk the dog in, and a pair that I leave in the car to drive. So they all have a use. Very overkill, but they do all have a use. I mean, Norris is just gone, hasn't he? That's mad. You mean you didn't like the Gillen sex job. Sorry. I thought I was misreading that at first. Yeah, I don't think I'd like that. I really don't. Not only do I not think I would like that, but I also think last 2 and 2 would improve. Okay, Oscar's trying to defend. Fair enough. He knows I can't beat him in the championship, right? I guess he's trying to help out Lando even a bit. So if you guys remember, Season 1 of the Aston Martin driver career mode, Verstappen and Norris, so Verstappen came here with a 23-point lead over Lando Norris. He then damaged his wing on lap 1, pit, and never recovered. Lando Norris went on to win the race. So Verstappen has genuinely thrown away the King's Championship on this game before.
9.4 seconds.
But this season would be even more insane. Like at one point Verstappen had like over 100 points over Lando, I'm pretty certain. I think it would break the record for the biggest overhaul ever in a World Championship. But at the moment, Verstappen's still doing enough. Essentially, I think the only way Lando's going to win this is either Max ends up in the walls or gets a mechanic. Oh yeah, the Danny Rick video was great. That was one of the early things EA did. It was just incredible. That was in my hinge actually when I met last 212. I was like, Danny Rick knows who I am. So then I had to prove it. I tell you what, chat. Back when I was single, that video, not only was it great for a sponsored post, but it worked wonders as well outside of that. I got so many questions about that, and like so many random bits and pieces. It was great. I kind of forgot about that. That was always such a good icebreaker on first date TVs. Yeah, the true 212 Riz was just Daniel Ricciardo. I met last 212 on Hinge. The mad thing is, obviously, last 212 I met on Hinge. I guess sister 212, and I guess brother-in-law 212. They all also met through Hinge. Like, any relationship that I know that has been successful from online dating, genuine, like, this is not sponsored or anything
Nico,
like that, but if you're in the UK and you're actually after a serious relationship, Hinge is the one that works. Oh no, no. Roll off the brake. Ah! I avoided the crash, I didn't even... Oh, I lost.
Okay, that wasn't quite what we needed there, I'm afraid, but listen, not to worry, get your head down and chin up, and let's focus for the rest of this race.
Like, Tinder doesn't really work, Bumble I didn't find really worked, but Hinge was, yeah, good. So if you're looking for like serious relationships or online dating, Hinge honestly in the UK would be the way I would go. I mean, if Hinge want to sponsor me, go for it. Although, is that weird for an engaged man to be advertising a dating app? Oh, it's Brits are unhinged, I tell you. Absolutely. I have a really good dictator voice. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Did Jackmate get sponsored by Hinge, did he? I keep seeing clips of his old podcast coming up. Finally someone that knows how to manage the ERS on this game. I mean, it's fairly simple once you know the trick. You basically just leave it in off and then just use overtake mode whenever you need to. It's so insanely OP on this game. But now I've learned it, yeah, it is useful. Are we going to get married whilst racing each other on an F1 sim? Probably not. Although we are trying to get stuff sorted for our wedding. We're not people, though, that like want a huge blowout wedding or anything like that. We're gonna have something fairly low. Like I say, my sister got married last year. There was like 15 people there. And it was honestly nicer having less people. Because I think beforehand, last 212 would have probably wanted something a bit bigger. But now she kind of went to my sister's wedding. She was like, oh yeah, actually, I think I'd rather get married sooner and do something like that. Like, people that spend all this money going to, you know, 20,000, 30,000 pounds of debt for a single day. It genuinely blows my mind. Ugh. It's definitely getting me. Well, wait. Can I be your DJ? I don't believe we're having a DJ. Again, you're asking the wrong person. Gotta remember, my job is just to show up on the day. Last 212 makes most of the decisions.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Oh, Piastri just keeps flying back past us. Yeah, we're definitely running... I don't know if it's too much aero, but it's definitely a lot more aero than the AI. Like, we're going to have to wait for strategy to kind of pan out, I think. Very, very quickly, apart from Lando still pulling away, everybody else seems to be kind of in a pace bracket, he says. That's scary. Verstappen seems to still be making a bit of progress, though. So, I mean, it's kind of irrelevant, isn't it? He's either going to be champion or not, but... Can the pods plan my stag do? Oh, we'll do... I don't know. Is it going to end up trying to sort out like a LAN party or something just to try and finish RB there yet? The thing is with like the wedding and stuff, obviously yes, at the end of the day you play into the cliche, what the bride wants is what happens. But apart from it, it's always the thing when like someone says an idea. A lot of the time I'm like, it's completely dependent on what last 212 wants. But if there's something I know I don't want, then I will say no. But there's a lot of stuff that I am just completely ambivalent about. That's, yeah, roughly the similar kind of budget that we're looking for. Sort of £3,000–4,000, I think. I mean, we literally bought a house last year, so... Like, we haven't got the money to do anything wild. Right, I want to just charge up the pack a little bit more. I mean, we're just kind of having a more chatty streak. There's not a lot happening in this race.
We're slowly gaining on the car in front. Try to keep
I would
up this
love a
momentum.
mariachi band. That'd be so cool. That would be so cool.
The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap. Well done.
96 bulls. That might be a problem. NASCAR, F1 or MotoGP. They've all got very good aspects to them. Like, they all trump the other in different ways. I mean, for me, I'm predominantly an F1 fan. And F1 is the only series that I watch, like, week in and week out. But I'm sure if I lived in the US, I would probably try and watch more NASCAR. Problem is, like, half the NASCAR races are on, like, 1 in the morning. And on a Monday morning, I don't intend to stay up that late. And if I tried to, last 212 would probably kill me. So Lando's not really pulling away much here. I think kind of the medium and the hard tyre paces start to neutralise. This is another track as well where the AI are a little bit OP with the ERS. You can manage it.
Okay, you're in the dirty air of the car in front. Let's get past them.
Max is in the point. At the moment, Max has been in the point since the start. Like, Lando might need a bit of a miracle. No, right, come on. Let's see if we can get a run. Just maximise the run off the corner. Get that throttle down nice and early. Again, though, Oscar's got very, very good drive off the corner. Like, if I really want to send it on him, I can. But he seems to be, yeah, pretty competitive down there. But gap to Lando's back under 10, so maybe he's pushed on a little bit too much too early? We'll wait and see.
Nice move. Good job.
Well, there you go. Mark happy with it. Have we still not picked up a warning yet, Shannon? I'm sure by saying that I'm going to jinx myself. But I don't believe I've picked up a warning. Yeah, I think Alonso may start to fade as well a little bit. I think he was just kind of able to hang on to our coattails and we were kind of hanging on to Oscar's for a while. You can see now we can suddenly break away a little bit. I mean, I just want to beat one of the McLarens tonight. It feels like every race recently, it's just been we finished behind the McLarens. So I want to just try and get the jump on them. But when Oscar's got, I mean, the AI have got so much drive off the top of turn 3. You can't do anything against them ever. Invite Lewis Hamilton to your wedding. It made me chuckle. Must have been Monday night. Last 212, and she meant this unironically. She said, if you could get Stephen Bunting to come to our wedding, she would allow it. So at some point soon, I need to make a TikTok. And we're basically going, this video is for Stephen Bunting and Stephen Bunting only. If you want to come to our wedding, it's happening on such and such. Here, be there. And the thing is, Stephen Bunting is online quite a lot, so you could genuinely see it. Like, imagine, last 212, about to walk down the aisle, and music starts playing, and then suddenly, someone stands in front of her with titanium blaring out. And it's just Stephen Bunting going like that. Oh no, don't use the ERS through there. I just saved that one-handed. Stephen Bunting, the darts player. No one knows who he is.
Gap to your teammate behind, 18.7 seconds.
Nobody watches the darts. I'm so sad. You'd recognise him if you saw him, I think. He's pretty iconic. Just if you... Oh, Oscar. Okay. If you've never heard of Stephen Bunting, just go on YouTube and look at his walkout. Oh, Oscar's having us again. Luckily, I think we're far enough away from Alonso now that hopefully he's not going to be much of a threat. Yeah, hopefully we've got away from Oscar. I mean, to be fair, both Red Bulls are flying through the pack. Yuki's gone from the back of the field up to like 7th. 7th or 8th, actually. Yeah, everybody that, like, follows darts and stuff knows so many people, but outside of it. I guess Luke Little is the only one, maybe Luke Humphries, that have kind of got that bigger appeal at the moment. But in the same kind of way that a lot of people knew who Phil Taylor was and things like that. Like, you've always heard of the guy that's dominant, but you just don't know anybody else. Three, I would like to see it go up to 5, but I can't remember what it is IRL. I think it might be 4 IRL. 4 warnings before a pen. A lot of people, yeah, MVG maybe a few years ago. He's not kind of at that same peak that he was then back then. But I think obviously Luke Littler is just, you know, basically a celebrity here in the UK, isn't he? You know, he's done so much for darts recently. Kind of put darts back on the map, hasn't it? Darts has kind of become mainstream again. Is your favourite number 3 by any chance? No, it is not. Let's all go Bunting mental. What's the best way to learn on this game how to get rid of traction control? Traction control, ABS, no line, everything, go to Baku. Best track to learn kind of those basic mechanics. Because there's a lot of big braking zones, a lot of traction zones, and a lot of fairly simple corners. It really does kind of teach you a lot of the stuff you need to know. How is tyre wear? Tyre wear is not that high here. We could probably take these tyres to half distance. So I think that's going to be the goal. Alonso's already pitting. That seems early. Russell's in. The Red Bulls aren't, though. That's weird from Alonso. So Verstappen's up to fit then. At least we've got eyes on him. But there still seems to be, split between the 1 and the 2 stop. Strategy, is basically go half distance on medium and then go halves. As long as they don't damage the wing or anything. Which we have been close to doing a couple of times with Piastri. Is Yuki pit? Oh, Yuki did pit. That'll explain why he cut his way through the pack so quickly. There we go, back around the outside of Piastri once again. I mean, ideally, we do need to be ahead of him by the time we pit. But we should be getting a little undercut on Oscar. That might just kind of give us a margin. But honestly, basically this entire race so far, we've never been more than about 2 seconds apart. So I think we're just locked into a battle with Oscar. Lando, though, is not pulling away. If there's an opportunity to win this race, we have got to try and take it still. Head into that winter break, on a high.
Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form.
How much we pull away through that final sector when we're in front? Like, dirty air makes such a difference through there. My favourite track is Spa in Formula 1. Generally, it's the Nordschleife. Wheel spinny. Chris, thank you for the follow, buddy. I hope you're doing well. When I inevitably crash, when I lose the wing, that's normally when I pit. Oh no. Oh, I thought that was going to be a warning then. Then we just bottomed out over the curb terribly. Alright, we'll try and break the toe from Oscar this time. I would love to stay ahead of him, but I don't think we're going to get the chance. Maybe if I send it. Whoa! Whoa! I mean, Oscar was well within his right to commit to the corner there, but didn't want to give it up unless I had to. Oh, look at that for a move down the inside. Squeeze him out. Wonderful. A switchback down there. You don't see that often in Formula 1. I mean, it's a shame it's cost us a load of time to Lando, but still. Maybe Oscar's too stopping. Oh, he's pinned. Is he pinned? We didn't give him damage, did we? I generally don't think we gave him damage. I didn't see anything. I honestly think he's two stopping. So maybe Lando's doing the same. Sauber bit back to yeah, Verstappen's staying out, but Hamilton's in, Alonso's in.
Okay, Gabriel's in the pits. Gabriel is in the pits now.
How much did the setup cost? About $3 grand all in. Ah! That's not good track limits. Luckily we got away with it. Too busy reading chat down the straight that isn't straight. Okay. Ask Matt his next lap. Time it down the straight. Wonderful. What have I got to try and do? That's the ultimate question. Right, we've got to push on, actually. I've got to make sure that we don't get undercut badly by Oscar. Gap is 20 seconds. I don't think we'll be able to keep that. He's some double hards early on. Why has one McLaren got no tyre confidence? Stroll's already getting lap chat and we're only 20 laps in. Just Lance Stroll things, I guess. There's no point pitting. The AI have got to pit twice. Effectively now I'm 20 seconds ahead of Oscar. Because we've both still got one pit stop to make.
Okay, you're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing.
Football. Thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Been 32 seasons where the title was decided in the final race. How many of those involved a British driver, and can you name them and their rival was? If you get the total amount right, gifted subs will be given. Right, let me go through this then. So, 2025. There was a title decider, of course, between Lando Norris with British, Oscar Piastri, and Max Verstappen. 2021, there was a title decider between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, who is British. 2020, there wasn't. 2019, there wasn't. 2018, there wasn't. 2017, there wasn't. 2016 was, of course, between Hamilton and Rosberg. 2015 championship was wrapped up early. 2014 there was a championship between Hamilton and Rosberg. 2013 was wrapped up early. 2012 was between Alonso and Sebastian Vettel. 2011 it was wrapped up early. 2010 it was between Vettel, Alonso, Mark Webber and Lewis Hamilton, who of course again is British. 2009 it ended up early. 2008 was Hamilton and Felipe Massa. 2007 was Raikkonen, Hamilton and... Raikkonen, Hamilton and Alonso. 2006, I believe, was a title decider between Schumacher and Alonso. But Alonso already had like a 10-point lead. Basically what we've got at the moment. 2005 was decided early. 2004 was decided early. 2003 was Schumacher versus Raikkonen. 2002 was decided early. I believe 2001 was decided early. 2000 was between Schumacher and Hakkinen. 99 was between Schumacher and Irvine. 98 was between... might be decided... I think 98 was decided early? I want to say between Hakkinen and Schumacher. Yeah, I think there was another race after 1998 because I know Hakkinen won it at Suzuka, but I think there was another race after that year. But I could be wrong on that one. 97 was between Villeneuve and Schumacher. 96 was between
now, and you're going to be on hard next time.
Hill and Schumacher, who of course David Hill was British. 95, Schumacher wrapped up early. 94 was between him and Schumacher. 93, Prost won early.
We've got some clear track in front of us,
Mansell
and let's make the best
early.
of it. So please make this next
91,
one a very fast lap.
Senna, I believe, won it early. 90 was between... I think Senna wrapped up 90 early as well, if I'm not mistaken. 89 was Prost versus Senna. That did come down to the finale, but again, no British driver there. 88 was Senna.
There's a gap of around 10 seconds. Keep pushing.
87 was between... 87, I'm pretty certain, was the year that Mansell stacked it in qualifying, which basically handed the championship to PK, if I remember correctly. 86 was... that Prost? I think 80... no. 86 I want to say was Prost. But I could not tell you if it was early. 85 was Lauda by half a point over Prost. 84 I believe was Prost. 83 I think was PK.
Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate.
82 was Rosberg. 81 I believe was... 81 PK as well? That might be 80. My knowledge doesn't stretch much further than the late 1980s, sadly. I know a few more kind of thrown in there, but I could not tell you how many of them were like championship decided things. That is a guy that knows something. Hunt obviously and Lauda was a title decider in 76. I know Stewart won in 69, 71 and 73, but I could not tell you if they were championship deciders. I know Fittipaldi won 2. And I'm pretty certain Hawthorne, Surtees as well. Obviously had championship deciders. Obviously Sterling Moss didn't win a title, but had obviously quite a few championship deciders. Maybe Mike Hawthorne, did I say him? I can't remember. So, I don't know. I've just rattled off as many as I could, Smurf. Oh no! No! Oh no! So I can do all of that without issue. And then as soon as I stop thinking about it, I then crash. Lucky that we kept to that rule.
Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive. In this lap, push now.
Oh no, I'm too busy reading chat still. We're going to take the tyres a couple of laps further. Oh, Piastri's gone so much quicker than me. Oh, it's because I spam, wasn't it? But Piastri is closing in anyway. Got right to the... How many British drivers got to the final race?
Car behind's tyres are in a
So is
much
that
better
like
condition than
Hamilton's
yours.
done
We
it
need to keep an eye on their
X
tyres.
amount of times? Does Hamilton count as one? Or is it every time Hamilton got into a title decider? That's the question, I guess. Bottle Job 212 is finest. Each time he gets there, it counts. Oh, good lord. Oh, man. I mean, Hamilton's been in a title decider like 5-6 times. Some obviously that he's won, others he hasn't. So 25, 21,
Pit now,
16, 14, 10, 8, 7. I'm gonna say, I can't like count this up whilst I'm driving. I'm gonna say 19 times a British driver has gone into the final. Oh no, because I guess a couple of those are including 2 British drivers. 22 times, I'm going to say, a British driver has gone into the final weekend of the title with a chance at the crown. 22. My final answer. It's probably too low. Only 15! Really? Oh, so it was going to be too high with 19 anyway. I guess there's quite a few where they've wrapped it up early, isn't it? That's the problem. James early. 12 seasons correctly. Damn it. Sorry, I missed the last couple of follows coming in as well. Debeezy and Couple of Drugs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, we've lost a lot of time there to Piastri and Alonso. I need to concentrate again, chat. Smurf's trying to distract me. Lost a race by 15,000. That is brutal, man. I don't know what my closest ever finish is on F1 that I've lost. I've had a couple of... I think I've had a couple of pretty close. Smurf with 12 community subs nonetheless. Thank you, thank you, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Enjoy the gifted subs from our lovely Scottish man. Oh, that's still a warning. You just cannot use any curve on pit lane entry. Thank you, nobody. Hopefully I didn't disappoint you too much with that. Chebs as well. Thank you for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. What's my favourite food? Probably pizza.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
God,
Let's go.
Yuki's doing really well here. Let's not forget, Sonoda side last. So he's having a race in it so far. I'm still nervous we're going to get mechanical. But we are still out ahead of Max. So we are going to the end then on this set of tyres. My setup was about £3,000. Pizza for breakfast. Fair play. Can't say I've ever personally done that, but that sounds good. Ploth, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. If there's a red flag now, I'll be a little bit disappointed. I mean, we could restart the race on our hard tyres, but a red flag a couple of laps ago would have been much more useful. You don't tend to get many, though, in Abu Dhabi on this game. I just got my first one from the pit lane, so I don't want to get another one now. Oh, we got yellows. It's a V-carb. They're breaking down, chat. Isaac Hadjar, season finale. He will be our first retirement of the day
so
then.
We're leading our teammate by 15.8 seconds.
Yeah, what's happened to Big G? He seems to be nowhere at the moment. He seems to have fallen down the order on his two-stop. How is everybody else's two-stop working quite well apart from Water Left? Best bundle you can get, is that including a rig as well? Like something to mount it on, or just for the wheel and pedals and stuff? Smurf kind of sub. We are currently 7th, but pit stop cycles are a bit funky. I would personally, depends on what games you want to play. What console you on, actually, before I say anything. Are you on PC, you on Xbox, you on PlayStation? Yeah, please don't beg Smurf for subs. Smurf is a very kind man, but if you beg, he's less likely to. Proper game PC. I would recommend looking at then exclamation mark Fanatec. They do a GT3 bundle, I'm pretty certain, for like, I want to say €500, so just under £500. Plus then you can buy a boost kit from somewhere else and you've got a really good wheel.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 7.1 seconds.
That would be my recommendation of £500. Oh yeah, we're heading into the night time here in Abu Dhabi, hence why I've got my sunglasses on. I believe it is Norris still leading. Alonso and Oscar Piastri are battling for P2. They're who I'm going to be battling with, hopefully, towards the finish. But Lando needs to lead for his World Championship. I mean, Verstappen's still going quicker than me as well. Ever since Smurf asked me that question, my pace has fallen apart. I don't know what I'm doing. I forgot how to play F1. I know so much IRL F1, I can't play the game. Any other tips other than Fanatec? Have a look at like the Moser, some of their bundles as well. You can get a decent bundle at that kind of price, like the R5, maybe an R, I think, yeah, an R5 at that kind of price point. That'd be what I, if you can't get Fanatec, that'd be what I do. I don't tend to do many open lobbies, to be honest. When others pit, we're hopefully going to be in a battle for second. Maybe actually Lando seems to be struggling. Although I guess Lando doesn't have to pit again either, does he? Yeah, we're in a battle for second at the moment. But I don't know, is Verstappen pitting again in this race, chat, or not? I don't think he is either. Yeah, some of the Moser software isn't fantastic, but you could argue the same about most of them at that kind of price point. Fanatec software isn't perfect, but most of them do the job well enough. And Logitech G920 is a good budget wheel. I've got one. Oh, that's our second warning. We got no more of those, chat, although the first one was bogus. God, Verstappen's flying, man. I mean, we're not losing much to him, but he's definitely quicker. Once again, the Sauber's struggling mid-race. We need like a safety car or something to spice this thing up. Give us some late race drama.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please.
Or if Verstappen might come to blows.
4.7 seconds.
Yeah, the SimuCube stuff is in a different league. I have an affiliate link with Fanatec. So Fanatec don't do discount codes as such. They just do affiliate links. So basically, if you go !Fanatec, and then if you buy something through that link, I get a small kickback, basically, at no additional cost to you. Max is probably going to have us pretty soon, but
okay, no issues with tyre wear for now.
Probably be beneficial.
Taking care of them.
I don't think he's going to be able to win this race, but he's certainly pushing. You need a safety car or something. I'll be careful over that turn 1 curb. Championship fight is basically if Max scores a point, he is world champion. We need to outscore Charles Leclerc by 8 points though, which I have kind of forgot about. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do anything against Max here. He's just got so much speed on the hards. 69, 69, 6. Thank you for the follow. Hey, yeah, Logitech G920 is a good wheel. Free Charles Leclerc. Thank you for the follow as well. Oh yeah, Yuki and Russell are beginning to struggle a bit more. Like I said, I think the goal throughout these next few laps is just try and stick with Max. Hopefully he can drag us on a little bit. I mean, look at that 25-1. He's flying. Ocon's on softs, that's a bit rogue. They don't really work around here very well. Yeah, Max is cooking at the moment, chat. He doesn't need to. I mean, Max could pit again now and probably still come out in championship winning territory. But I think he wants another podium. He hasn't been on the podium in the last few races, so he just wants to be back. I believe there's mods that you can do to like your Logitech G920 to get it like an F1 wheel, but I've never done anything like that. I don't know which McLaren is now leading. I think it's still Lando, but Oscar does seem to be pushing on quite a lot at the moment. Will Russell take out Max Verstappen? That's the next question, chat. Oh, don't hit that curve. I mean, how much sticking power Max has got through the corners, man, is nuts.
Gap to your teammate behind, 27.2
Problem is, obviously, if Max gets by, I need to try and follow him past. But he's now probably going to get DRS on Yuki as well. So it might well be that he gets past Yuki or not if he hits that Kirby one. Come on, we got to get past George as well. I just want to hang on with Max. I mean, actually, Max might be a sitting duck against George again. No? No, apparently not. Oh, damn it, man. At least Max is going to get a little bit held up as well. I'm going to have to go for it on George down into here. There you go. Move, done. And luckily, Max is again getting held up. I'm sure Yuki would have been told, get out of the way. But I guess, again, it doesn't matter at the moment. The fact that Yuki is ahead of Max in this race, despite the fact Yuki started last, is nuts. Did someone try and use that we've got a problem? It doesn't work anymore. I don't think. I need to try and fix it. I want it. Oh, sorry, you have disabled it, yeah. Oh, Yuki, little locker. I disabled it because obviously that wasn't a voice note in 24 or 23. But I might need to re-add it here. Miles, thank you for the follow as well, mate. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, Yuki. That was Yuki on Bottas style dive bomb there. I'm sorry, Yuki. That was a lot of curve. Well, the sun is definitely setting here in Abu Dhabi at the moment. And I mean, again, this race is so just DRS dependent, isn't it? But at least it hasn't just been nothing going on. We haven't just been no man's land. We haven't had quite a lot of squabbles, which is nice. Verstappen, though, is kind of just carrying us along. So as long as I can stick with him. And it's not out of the realms of possibility that you could get back to Lando by the end. But you need about a second a lap out of him. Oh, there's your penalty. Damn it. I mean, one of those was from the pit lane, which is still broken.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
So we need to try and... Obviously, if I don't get another warning, I'm saying in my own head I didn't get a penalty. Now, AMS2 is incredible. I want to make some AMS2 content this year. Am I invited to your wedding? I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. Did he get run back on Max? Why is he struggling all of a sudden? Weird. Is he one or two stoppage? I honestly can't remember. Like, when did he pit? Now, you don't need mods for AMS2, but there are a lot of mods saying... Oh, that's Stroll, isn't it? Of course, I forgot about him. Lance Stroll, like half a lap behind anybody else. Just Stroll things. Come on, blue flags. There you go, Alonso's back in. Ah! We're going to jump both Aston Martins down, start finish straight.
Car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
Oh no, chat. Hamilton and Verstappen, Abu Dhabi. What's going to happen here? Yeah, why was Verstappen's pace so good and it was suddenly so terrible? He's already lost the DRS. I'm not got held up by Stroll. Should I buy the Mozart R3? I've never heard of the Mozart R3. Is it a musical version? But yeah, the Mozart R3 though provides great bang for buck. Great for like starter wheel direct drive. Yeah, I think Verstappen just pushed too aggressive too early on those hards. He seems to have nothing anymore. Yeah, say pace seems to be coming back to us a bit at the moment. Whoa. That was a bit hot. We'll get it almost slowed down though. I guess a move's a move. Right, now we've got to try and get away from Lewis. I was worried then that I was going to crash into the back of him, so I kind of had to dive bomb him. Yeah, that wasn't the overtake I intended to do there, but it was an overtake. Less than 20 laps to go though of the season, chat. I must admit, I have really enjoyed this one. I know, obviously, the Hamilton career mode, we obviously got into really kind of, you know, it did take us a little while, but we got through it. I had a lot of fun with it. Obviously won the championship, that always helps. But this has kind of been like the first series. Oh no, what is this? I was going to start just chatting casually again then, and Hamilton Verstappen, Abu Dhabi flashbacks. Get away from me, lads. But yeah, this series has kind of been like the first really kind of proper stream one I've done in quite a while. Obviously this and the Russell career mode. And I have had a lot of fun with it. We've had some really good races, we've had some fairly calm races at times, but the fact, easily my favourite will still be Australia. The fact that we literally won the first race ever in this series with the luckiest drive you will ever see in your life was just
mate,
insane.
We hit the target. Nice work.
So Norris is 17 seconds on the road, Oscar is 14. Oscar still needs to pit again though. So,
okay, so
we could still be ahead. Oh, Mark's gone. Less than 20 laps from home, Mark's had enough. He's going on early winter break. Yeah, we almost got Ricciardo's onto. Luckily the track arcs back in, so Verstappen backed out of it, but that could have been a disaster. This is season 1 of career mode. There will be a season 2, don't you worry. Mr. CRP, thank you for the follow. Oh yeah, Verstappen's gone past Lewis now. He's going to be in hot pursuit once again. To be fair, they have fixed it this year. If I want Mark back, I can get him back. That was one of the things they actually fixed for F1 25. Like, if I just say anything to
Pitting this lap,
there you go, he comes back. The pits at the end it's just quite funny that it still happens in the first place. And I don't know why. It's been a thing for like 10 years. Like, Jeff used to do it as well. Oh, there you go. Oscar's in. So we're going to have an idea of what the gap's going to be to the end of the race.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay,
this was another reason why I only wanted to do a one-stop here.
38.3 seconds.
Oh, Bortoletto's fallen apart in this race again now. Yeah, unless we can keep gapping Max, maybe him and Oscar have a battle towards the end. Maybe they crash. Oscar's actually quite way behind. What's happened to Piastri? How has he lost that much? Oh no, he's there. No, I suppose. 25 seconds still seems like a lot. So, Lando at the moment, he has to win this race, but to win the title, Verstappen cannot score a point. He's 24 points back, and Max would win it if it's a tie. So Lando has to win, and Max cannot
coming
score.
In for a stop now.
We've only had one mechanical DNF so far, which normally means we should be expecting another one for somebody. But to be fair, in Qatar yesterday, we did only get the one DNF for Behrman. So it's not guaranteed. And even then, the likelihood that it's Verstappen is low. Wouldn't surprise me if it's Behrman who retires again. Or still, it could be us. That would be the way to finish the season, wouldn't it? A mechanical failure in the final race. We are, yeah, inching away from Max though again, which I guess is good. I don't believe Verstappen needs to pit again. But obviously, yeah, I'm kind of hoping now that him and Oscar will have a bit of a squabble later on. But I do sometimes enjoy these kind of more chill races where I just get to chat to you guys as well. They are good fun. It's nice to have the variety. Yeah, we don't believe it's that. I shouldn't hope on Max crashing. I should crash into it. No, no, no. I'm not getting involved. Let's not forget I've got my own championship battle still on. I need to try and beat out Charles Leclerc tonight. I need to prove myself as the best Ferrari-powered driver. So that's my goal. I would expect Piastri to be rapid on those mediums, and he might struggle a little bit. tyre wear for the AI has been funky. Although, to be fair, even we had a bit of a pace drop-off. Just could not get the car quite where I wanted. Yeah, Charles is not catching us at the moment. Obviously, if I come second, Charles has to be on my relative. Which is not happening as we speak. Yeah, we're pulling away from Max again now, so I don't know what he's been doing. I'm always the quickest driver to you. Yeah, that's not the case very often. That's really not the case very often. We cannot win the championship. We were mathematically thrown out of the championship quite a few races ago. My own inconsistency, a couple of unlucky moments as well, but ultimately I don't think we ever should have been in the championship hunt this first season. But I think we have had the most wins of anybody. We'll double check once I finish this race. But I think we have had the most wins. Although Max, Lando and I are probably going to be fairly close. Come on, I need that DRS off of that car in front. I think it must be doing, I assume. He has just recently hit though, so he might not be that slow. I mean, we are getting a little bit quicker than Lando, but nowhere near enough. Although he's now trying to deal with some lap cars as well. But I mean, for Lando Norris so far tonight, this is, again, McLaren have built up so much momentum at the end of this season. Verstappen dominated most of this campaign through sheer consistency. He's just completely fallen apart right at the end. He might not even get a podium here. Hey, welcome in Toast. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Why am I wearing glasses? Because my Twitch chat made me. Damn it. Well, I've only got one more warning now again, don't I? Luckily I don't need to hit. Track name, Yas Marina. And the problem is, Max takes like a second out of me down the straights. And then we gain it all again through Sector 3. And usually a little bit more. Like, the pace fluctuates so much. So if you take Max out. Why is everybody so opposed to Max? I don't think I've seen Max win a championship on this game yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't think driver career mode. It was Lando, me. Did he win one in? Oh, I don't think he even. Because Leclerc won 3 in my Team series, and then we won 1. Leclerc also won the Mercedes Russell career mode. I genuinely don't think I've actually seen Max win a single championship on this game. Obviously, he could, I guess, I don't know. I can't remember what happened in Vegas yesterday. I think he's out of that one now, isn't he? I think Max is starting to pick up the pace again. I think he just took a few laps to bring back in his tyres. I'm worried because obviously if I lose to him and Oscar, I might not beat Leclerc overall. I need Leclerc down in 8th. So I've really got to hope that those two swap. I don't know what position Leclerc's in at the moment. I don't know which Ferrari he is on the minipad. I want to say Lewis is doing better. I think Lewis is doing better. Oh, where am I going? Yeah, so I think Leclerc's way down. I will do all the final points, everything like that. once we've obviously finished the race, I'll do like the video outro and we'll take a look at everything ready for Season 2. We'll have a look at the driver moves if there are any, what the performance of the cars is looking like, all that good stuff, don't you worry. Another warning, come on. Oh, Max was back in the DRS there, I think, but Oscar's definitely in the DRS of him. I think once again it's going to be another race of Max and I trying to match the McLarens and not quite succeeding. Right, come on, we've got to pull away from Max again through this section. Just over 10 laps to go. Hey, welcome in, Super. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Come on. Again, I've just got to make sure I've got that gap up, but through here, the AI is so good. I don't know how they've always got so much speed up through the top of the hill, but they do. Yeah, there you go. Verstappen's in the range. They're probably both going to have us. Oscar's got there. I want to try and be strategic with this. I want to make sure I claim the DRS, but not going to happen. Oscar must have heard me. Yeah, goodbye. Max is probably going to have us as well. I mean, look at that. Nothing I can do. Unless, not enough grip out there. Unless we can cut underneath him. Can we get a run down in towards the hotel once again? I've done it a couple of times today. Ah! We're there, kind of. Oh, Max gets a huge drift across my nose. You can tell he wasn't happy about it. But yeah, McLaren have made the... Well, I think McLaren has just got too much speed here, to be honest. Oscar back up then into P2. We're not really going to be able to do a lot, I don't think, towards the end. Maybe just try and hold the gap up against Alonso. At least I know that is Hamilton definitely in 6th. So Hamilton's 6th, I believe Leclerc is 9th. So if we finish 4th, we would still beat Leclerc.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
So I think even if we finish here, we're still going to do enough to beat out Leclerc in the end. As long as I can beat Alonso. AI is set to 110. They are completely maxed out. Hey, welcome in, Frank. Hope you're doing well, buddy. The green jelly bean's alright. Again, it's felt... The bizarre thing is with the car here, is it's actually felt pretty good, he says. It just does not have the out-and-out pace around this circuit. The big thing I've always found with this Sauber is it kind of struggles through more of the long flowing corners a bit more. And like you can set the car up to therefore be good through there and have the stability. But then it just lacks
Coming
speed
up to one of the
elsewhere.
Red Bulls now.
Come on. Oh, what is happening? Yep, tyres are going. Tyres are definitely going. I've never heard anybody call it the green jelly bean, though. I quite like that. The best car of 2025 outside of the big 14s was definitely the Williams. Although I think actually the V-Carb could have been as well. But I think Williams generally. The fact that there were quite a few occasions where they were a real threat to Ferrari and stuff. Plus they had the best of the midfield lineups.
We're starting to catch the car
We
in
should
front
be able to
moving
hold
the car
Alonso.
to the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
We should have enough pace over Alonso by the end. He's not going over a second a lap faster than me unless I mess something up. So we are just trying to bring the car home.
And gap to the car in
I
front.
mean, imagine now Max got a
2.4
mechanical
seconds.
failure. How nuts would that be? Oh, I'm sorry, Toast. I don't know what you said. But I'm going to assume it was justified. Ow. How often do I play iRacing? Quite a lot at the moment. I'm having a lot of fun with iRacing. So normally kind of 3-4 times a week. Come on. Who wants to take over my stream, sorry? Actually, to be fair, Alonso might not be the big threat here. It might be Lewis towards the end. Lewis could still be an issue because he's going quite a bit quicker than Alonso, I think. Maybe Lewis Hamilton's trying to help Leclerc wrap up P4. Oh, I've just seen the bits, Toast. I appreciate the bits, though. Thank you, sir. Sorry I didn't see that one sooner. Oh yeah, Stroll got in the way of Lewis. So, I mean, they're both still going quicker than me, but we should be able to hold.
Gap ahead,
Should be able to
3.6
keep
seconds.
the gap. Whoa. Yeah, rears are going, though. Couple of little snaps of oversteer there. But, I mean, yeah, Lando Norris, fair play to him. Needed to win this race to have any chance at the title. No one has even had a sniff, really. Apart from, like, through the strategy. When Oscar Piastri was right with him for a few laps. Lando was basically led this entire thing. I think we led a lap after Lando would pit, but nobody else has had a run. Thank you for the 6 bits, Toast. I can have a guess as to what's coming next. Not a betting man, but if I was.
You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second.
So Matt, one team is going to be chaos apparently during pre-season. Any guesses? Haas. I don't know why. Alpine should be alright next year. They got Mercedes in. Everybody's just hovering over Smurf. Oh, over Toast even, sorry. I can't get my names. It was because I was reading the messages from Smurf and Dart. I do need to try more LMU. I've raced it a little bit, but never like fully got into it. I remember trying it out in like early beta. Oh man, he doesn't care. He's risking it. Thank you for the bits though, Toast. I appreciate it. We got just under 6 seconds now to Alonso. Hamilton even. Oh, it's Hamilton now behind. Okay. Don't we get another penalty, then we're in real trouble. If we get another penalty, we probably won't beat Leclerc. Well, I've got to hope that Alonso can keep up with Lewis. Oh, it's just that understeer. That mid-corner understeer has definitely been something I've noticed with this car as well. Wait, what happened? I can't see anything on my end. I'm smell. Yeah, I might actually jump in smelling you when the career mode releases.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 6.2 seconds.
So I'm just so used to just playing iRacing now if I want to super serious sim.
6 seconds to the next car, 6 seconds.
Oh, that's the maximum front. Come on, we got 5-second gap. Yeah, the Sauber, the pace, the tyres, everything like that is beginning to fall off right towards the very end. I'm a little bit gutted that we're going to miss out on a podium. Because I feel like we could have deserved one time, but... Even with that spin earlier on costing us about 9 seconds, it's not looking like it's going to make a difference. It's just left us more vulnerable to the guys behind. NASCAR or F1? F1, personally. Although I am looking forward to the Daytona 500 in a few weeks. Good. Take that, that's good. Come on, Lawson. Help a brother out. Yeah, we've only lost half a second this lap to Alonso. To Hamilton even. Oh, yellows! Lando Norris! Lando Norris! I cannot believe it! He hasn't put a foot wrong all night. He hasn't had a mechanical failure since Australia. But Lando Norris, with just a handful of laps to go. There we go. The World Championship is going to go the way of Verstappen. We know it before we've even got to the checkered flag. We're going to be back up into the podium, though. Oh, man, I cannot believe that. Poor old Lando Norris. Sums up his season, doesn't it?
Okay,
going so well, and just comes up short. What is Lawson doing? Come on, you're a lap down. Back out of it. Oh, I cannot believe that. Poor Norris, man. So it wouldn't even matter if we'd made contact with Max. He was destined for it tonight. Oscar Piastri, though, looks like he's going to bag the victory. So at least it's still going to go the way of McLaren. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to make an ounce of difference, is it? Lando's still going to finish second overall. McLaren is still going to win the Constructors' Championship. It might just mean we have got 3 laps to hold off 3 seconds ahead of Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. So that is the only other goal remaining between now and the end of the race. It should also mean we're a little bit safer against Leclerc in the World Championship. Because I will score 3 extra points, he will only score 2 extra points. But yeah, for Oscar Piastri, he had to basically give up the win last weekend, didn't he? To make sure that Norris still had a chance at the title. But unfortunately, it was all for naught in the end. If that had happened at IRL,
okay, gap to the car
with the
ahead,
championship permutations,
7.1 seconds.
Well, Verstappen would have won it, wouldn't he? Yeah, Lewis is still 6 seconds back. It seems like the pace has kind of stabled out a bit. Yeah, 100% race. They don't normally take too long on this game. It's going to be just so weird when we go to the next gen of cars if they are a bit slower. Kind of getting that used to races taking over 90 minutes quite frequently. Most races on this game normally take somewhere between about an hour 20 and an hour 30. It's only a couple of the really notorious ones like Monaco or Kota or Baku that take a bit longer. But it has been one big thing as well that I really want to try and get better at, is being able to race longer races more consistently. It is an important skill to have. Right, Lewis now is within 6 seconds. So, if I get another warning, well, no, which immediately I might do. No, gather it up. Come on, don't make mistakes like that. I'm gonna hope Lawson can hold them up. 2 laps to go though of this season. Oh, excuse me. Like I said, I definitely reckon, depending on what the R&D is looking like next season, we can be in the fight for the championship. It's just going to require consistency. Consistency will make the difference. Capitalising on the races where we need to capitalise. Winning those that should go our way. But apart from that, just picking up good, reliable points. La Hangman with the 69 bits as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lando is officially out of the Grand Prix. So he brought it all the way back against Verstappen just to break down with less than 5 laps to go in this season finale. The drama. I mean, the race hadn't been that dramatic, had it? Verstappen pretty much had it covered. Even if he'd started right at the back, he would have scored points, wouldn't he? He need like a catastrophic tale of events not to beat him. But for Nico Hulkenberg, the goal at the start of the season was to try and bag just a single podium. We've done much more than that, but are we going to get one more podium in this finale? One more lap to go. We have got less than 2 seconds over Lewis Hamilton. We have got to keep pushing. We have got to make sure that I get to the checkered flag in one piece. For Oscar Piastri, though, it was a pretty disappointing year for him, but McLaren seemed to find something extra in these final 6. Damn it! These final 6 races or so. So, yeah, for Oscar Piastri, that's given him, basically handed him P3 overall. I might have just, well, I bottled the podium potentially, but I might have just bottled as well, beating Leclerc in the championship on the very last lap. What are we on? If we end up 5th, oh, we might be tied with Leclerc. I don't know. We need to push. We need to see if we can beat out Alonso. Or him and Hamilton have an almighty squabble. I can't believe I've just bottled a podium on the very last lap of the season. That is apocalyptically stupid. Unless Alonso and Lewis go absolutely mental. But I don't think Alonso's going to get to him, is he? So I think we're not going to be able to do that. I'm going to have to send it through these final few corners. Oscar Piastri, though, is going to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Finish the year on a high for McLaren as they pick up another Constructors' Championship. But for Max Verstappen, though, through the final corner, I am finally going to see him win a World Championship on this game. He's had so much bad luck before, but the Dutchman has done it. A 5-time Formula 1 World Champion. Through the final corner for us, we are drifting along as best as I can, trying to hold on to the car. I believe it's 5th. Damn it!
Base, I guess, the downforce, but
oh.
next year.
Damn it.
Hopefully with better tools.
One little wobble at turn 1. And the last podium of the year goes wasted. Shocking, chat. That is proper vintage Matt212
for Formula 1, and our drivers have all pushed themselves this season, making it one of the most compelling years of racing in history. There can only be one champion, however.
I just did that.
Here they are now, our new Formula 1 World Drivers' Champion. Oscar Piastri.
Yeah, Max deserved that. He did well all season.
What a win!
I mean, he had such a lead at one point, but I mean, yeah, Lando's had way more DNFs, to be fair. I think Lando's had 4.
Now they sign off in style as winning the last race of the season as well.
Oscar didn't win the championship
today.
Sorry?
And you carry that momentum.
I mean, Lewis will be happy with the podium, I guess, because he hasn't had many.
It's for all now to try and stop what they've created.
Yeah, I better do that now rather than CS at the weekend.
Only 3 can take to the podium,
Absolutely.
And here they come. And your winner today, the man from down under.
Ooh,
congratulations,
God, I'm tired,
Oscar Piastri.
I need a nap after all that. That was dramatic, but we still got a few bits and pieces to have a look at. The pedals are good. I like them. No complaints from me. I need Lewis podiums IRL this season. Surely Lewis will get back on the podium. Surely. Ferrari just need to give him a good car. Did we bottle it against Leclerc, chat? That's the big question.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a wrap. What a season it's been. I'm off to put my feet up now before it all starts again next year. Take care.
Oh man. That's bad. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Oscar Piastri, though, 10 seconds clear at the end. The two-stop strategy worked well for the McLaren man tonight. Helped, of course, by Lando Norris's DNF, but he will claim the victory. Verstappen in P2 ahead of Alonso. Hamilton even. Alonso, Hulkenberg, Russell. 6 cars from 6 different teams inside your top 6. Yuki Tsunoda, brilliant drive from the back of the field to P7 with Leclerc, Sainz and Ocon all in your points. Disappointing for Bortoletto, just did not have the race pace in the end, and he got jumped by a lot of cars that he probably could have beaten. Albon, Doohan, Gasly, Lawson, Stroll, all laps down. Norris does get classified in the end, and Isaac Hadjar, the only other driver that failed to see the checkered flag. But because of that penalty on the last lap, by 2 points, I've bottled it against Charles Leclerc. Oh, man, that's the second time on this game I've lost out to Leclerc by 2 points or less. In a World Championship as well, so that's devastating. Verstappen does claim it, though. 42 clear of Lando Norris in the end. Oscar Piastri only 76 away come the end of the season. So, yeah, he was pretty comfortable ahead of myself and Leclerc. But, yeah, Charlie Boy, myself, Russell just beat out Hamilton in the end. Tsunoda, a brilliant last couple of races to finish 8th. Alonso, big points for him. And Carlos Sainz also inside your top 10. Luckily for Bortoletto, he hung on ahead of Ocon and Alexander Albon in the end for P12 overall. And then you can see it was just Hadjar, Lawson and Doohan that failed to score a point this season. Constructors-wise, McLaren 151 clear of Red Bull. Ferrari in P3. We did hang on to 4th, though, so I guess we'll take that as a dub. Ahead of Mercedes, Aston Martin, Williams, Haas, Alpine, and VCARB, the only team that failed to score a point. Thank you all so much for watching. We will be back very soon with Season 2 of the Nico Hülkenberg career mode. Obviously, we'll be returning with the brand new Audi Formula 1 team. So yeah, like I said in the intro, leave a like, get yourself subscribed, drop me a follow on Twitch, and yeah, we'll be back, hopefully, where we can try and bring Hülkenberg a World Championship. Damn it! Oh, man. I cannot believe I did that very last lap by... I mean, to be fair, actually, you would argue the pit lane glitch cost us. Because had we not got the pit lane bogus warning, we would have been alright in the end. Let's go take a look, though. Driver moves, everything else like that. We're gonna be wrapping up this series before the DLC comes out, I would have thought. Unless the DLC comes out really early, which I will be surprised about. Yeah, we're gonna be wrapping it up before then. We are still beating Piastri, though, in our rivalry, because we get some acclaim as well. I lost more awareness again. But at least we gained some focus, I guess. So we're 92 rated now with Hulk. Dare I believe we could get the last 7 I need next season? Probably unlikely, isn't it? Unlikely. There's a video coming out on the main Matt212 YouTube channel. That came out less than 20 minutes ago. Matt212 gameplay won't get a video today. I believe it's only Matt212 and Matt212 iRacing that have got some videos coming out this afternoon. That would have given a penalty anyway, but had I not got the first warning, I wouldn't have got the second one. Right then, we might be able to get one more upgrade done, actually, just. I think I can afford one more. 220, no, I don't think I can. Oh, damn it. We might be able to, actually, because we'll get a few more weeks worth of R&D, won't we? But we've basically got 4 upgrades left to do on this car. So, let's have a look. Which teams are interested in signing us, then? That's a bit disappointing, actually. That's a little bit of a shame. Williams, who I guess are similar in performance. Mercedes, who I guess are similar in performance. Obviously, Kick Sauber want to keep us. And Aston Martin. Always Aston Martin want to sign me on this game. I don't know why. But we'll try and stay with... We'll stay with Sauber, of course. That is the goal. Do I have a rig? What do you think I'm sat in right now? This is my rig. The game reckons we can get to 96. I might try and sign... I'll only sign a one-term deal. Although, I guess 2 seasons would give us a bit more over Bortoletto. But that's kind of irrelevant. We'll sign a 1-year deal. We'll aim to be 96 rated by the end of it. And obviously, if Hulkenberg wins the World Championship, I'm sure he's then going to retire. Let's have a look. Right, we'll get those last bits of R&D sorted as well. I want to throw in the reverse tracks, I think, for Season 2. So, Bortoletto's just getting random other bits done. Have we got... What upgrades can we do R&D-wise? I think we can do... Oh, excuse me, one more. Beam wing 240, floor stiffening 220, 220, 460. So we'll do the most expensive one we can. So we've got most of the parts sorted on the car. We're just missing a couple, which is a bit of a shame. We also never got that rotor upgrade done, so hopefully Bortoletto's doing that. But are we ready, chat? Are we ready for Season 2? We'll have a quick look. We'll have a quick sneak peek as to what's going to be going down. Johnny Diamonds, thank you for the follow. Smurf as well with 212 bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Dart as well. Let's have a look. Oh, where am I going? What am I doing? Hulkenberg replaces Stroll. That would be nuts. Yeah, Smurf with 5 bits calling me a total plum sack. I think I deserved that one. So a 65 rated against Bortoletto at the moment. So we gained 8 driver rating, 11% recognition, 7 wins, 2 pole position. Where did I get another pole? I know I did in Qatar. Did I get the other one at Spa or something? Sorry, yeah, Dart even calling me a plum sack. Sorry. See, I'm a plum sack. It's just what happens. So, I want to throw in the reverse tracks, because I do enjoy them. So, I want to still obviously do 24 races. So, Austria reverse, Silverstone reverse, and Zandvoort reverse. Where do I get rid of, though, chat? That's the real question. What are some circuits that are either really boring or just don't deliver that good races? I want to keep Monaco in because I want to try and actually finish it this season and do the last to first. Miami, yeah, Miami immediately is one that everybody's like, get rid of. But we'll drop Miami then. I want to keep Monaco. Hungary I normally get rid of as well. It's normally just all you do at Hungary is just dive bomb the AI at turn 1. So that one's a pretty easy drop as well. Towards the end of the season, Mexico's pretty boring, but I don't want back-to-back sprint weekends, I guess. Qatar I do enjoy. I do like Qatar. Singapore's always a good fun challenge as well. I mean, the car was terrible at Zandvoort, wasn't it? I mean, if I'm doing Zandvoort reverse, I guess we could get rid of normal Zandvoort? Like, because I think my plan could be that I try and do, like, the reverse and the normal race on one stream. For Austria and then Silverstone. Imola as well was another pretty boring one. No, I'm not going to get rid of Jeddah. Jeddah's a good chance to win. I need Jeddah. We need the points there. I guess I normally get rid of Zandvoort, Hungary, and often Miami. Not Bahrain. Bahrain's a good race, man. China. No, China I want redemption after last season. Barcelona I quite like as well. Plus Hulk got a really good result there last year. Get rid of Baku. No, because Baku I suck at, so I need to learn it. Baku I always mess up. Right. I guess we'll do a Twitch poll then. If someone can quickly set that up. The options are to vote for the track you want to see gone. Zandvoort. Mexico. And Imola? Vote out of those 3. Which one you want to see gone? Twitch only, I'm afraid. So you should have been on Twitch. Hate to do it to you, but you should have been on Twitch. Is anybody able to set up a poll, or do I need to? There you go. Which one goes bye-bye? Get your votes in quickly. You've only got a minute. Even I can vote. Yeah, I'm good to say that one. Oh, it's looking like Zandvoort, isn't it? Nobody wants to see Imola dropped. I think most people, yeah, are saying Zandvoort, aren't they? 74% are saying Zandvoort. I think Imola will be more fun as well, because obviously it won't be on the calendar anymore. But yeah, that's looking... Actually, Mexico's closing in a little bit. Wojtin? I'm probably butchering your name horrendously, but thank you for the follow. Do you like the Kick Sauber special livery on F125? It looks basically like the normal one, for the most part. Yeah, that seems to be saying Zandvoort, isn't it, by the looks of it. So we'll get rid of normal Zandvoort, so we'll just do Zandvoort reverse that weekend. So I'll do like a double up of the Austrian races and the British Grand Prix and stuff. I will look to try and do some slightly longer streams again when I get a chance. It's just obviously now last 2 and 2 finishes work earlier. I don't have as much time in the afternoons generally, but I could do some of an evening. Yeah, Zandvoort's doing that one, isn't it? I think we can safely say that Zandvoort's gone. So all 3 reverse tracks are in. Zandvoort, Hungary, and Miami are out. So 3 tracks that honestly I'm not too worried about losing. I'm pretty happy with that. So we'll do that. Looks like Bortoletto's staying with the team. This is where now everywhere changes their vote. Do we add a scenario, chat? I don't think any of them are that good, to be honest. Yeah, high inflation will just make the game impossible. I'm going to leave that off for now. Maybe if, like... no, because even if you just did durability, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it? I think we'll go with that. No scenario. Wait, did I just select one? Did I just select... I mean, you can ban them immediately, can't you? Yeah, the scenarios are a bit dead. Did I choose a scenario? I can disable it immediately. Oh, man. I am not a professional streamer. Luckily, I can get rid of it immediately. Remove R&D. There you go. Wait, no, it resets all my upgrades. So we lost everything because of that. Has everybody lost everything? I've just ruined the car. No. I can't believe I've done that. I can't even Alt F4 it. I've already saved. I cannot believe I... Wait, can I quit out and get rid? Can I Alt F4? Can I stop that? I don't think I can. Because we're already into next season, I think. I'm going to try and Alt F4 it quickly. I might have just completely screwed myself over. Oh, I've taken a screenshot apparently. Oh, F4. Yeah, we'll have a look at the... I mean, I might have just accidentally completely screwed myself. Chat, if I've done that, if that's stuck in now, I'm an apocalyptic dingleberry. That might be the biggest bottle I've ever done. Like, if that stays, that might be the biggest bottle I've ever made. I don't know when the game saves, because it saves at a really odd point when you're transferring into a new season. So I'll have a look. If I've genuinely bottled that, that's insane. We might be alright. We might be alright. I'm hoping we're going to be alright. I didn't think it would remove all the upgrades permanently. Oh, chat, this is going to be so bad. Yeah, thank you, Lewis. Oh, if this doesn't work, I'm such a moron. If this Alt F4 works, yeah, I'll forgive you for the sunglasses, man. Because I wouldn't have got that penalty. Let's have a look. Come on, please say postseason. Oh, it's saying Australia top. No. Oh, no. It might still be picking the calendar, though. I think it saves when you pick the calendar. Maybe. No! Oh, I'm such a moron. I mean, oh, dear Lord, what are those moves as well? I'm so stupid. Oh, man. Oh, I can't believe that. We've got no R&D either. We've got no R&D. So I can't do anything. We've got a load of durability. Wait, no, we've got those, haven't we? I cannot believe that. Wait, where's all the other upgrades? Have I broken it? There's like no other upgrades available. You can't even see anything. I can't mod it. That doesn't work on this game. I cannot believe I've done that. I cannot believe I've done that. This might end up being 3 seasons then, chat. We're going to have to do a Herculean effort. Yeah, I only picked durability, which is the worst one to pick. So we've literally done an entire season getting Sauber up to a competitive car, and then I've immediately screwed myself. Why does it void all the upgrades permanently? Like, surely they should just save. Yeah, it's literally a BMW 08. I cannot believe I've done that. Right, chat, I'm going to have to go cry in a second. Driver moves, even worse. Stroll's gone to Red Bull. So at least you get to enjoy that next season. Colapinto's gone Aston Martin. Sonoda's just been kicked. So Red Bull have looked up and down the order, and they've just decided they want Stroll in. So make that make sense. So nobody else has got anywhere, which is a bit of a shame. So Stroll might have a good car next season, which is kind of funny to consider. But he probably still won't score points. I've accidentally deleted all of my upgrades on the car, if you missed it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I cannot believe I've done that. Yeah, Red Bull definitely would. I mean, Max might have to really hard carry them for a Constructors. But I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, man. I mean, you guys can't complain too much. It means there's probably going to be an extra season of this series. Which is a good thing, surely. But, yeah, I cannot believe that. I've never done that before. Oh, chat, I'm going to wrap it up there, though. Mishy, thank you for the follow. I'm sure that will be the intro to, like, Season 2 of this series. I promise. I promise. I'm going to end the short format stream there, though, and go cry. We'll make sure we raid someone on Twitch, so... Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I do appreciate it. And hopefully back tomorrow night with the NIS Winter. Or Saturday, Daytona 24 Creator Series. We'll be live all day Saturday, so be there. You don't want to miss it.